Alright guys, this video is basically going to emulate what I've put in the Backbreaker forums in a topic called My Impressions. You can go over there and post your opinions on it. I don't usually read off a script. In fact, I've never done it for a video, but I want to be very clear and concise with my words. So, first off, I wish we could set aside this petty who deserves the game issue. To me, the bottom line is very simple. 505 saw value in the YouTube community, and rather than sit back and criticize who's worthy, let's just appreciate what they did and understand what this could mean going forward. As of 5 p.m. on Friday, I was told the embargo against reviews is still active and needs to be respected. I'm gladly going to comply with that and let you guys know a few impressions I have of the game, with the sole expectation of helping those of you on the fence make a decision about purchasing this game on Saturday. To spare you watching through me babble on a black screen, if you're a football fan, you owe it to yourself to buy this game. Having said that, with the exception of those who have had years of hands-on experience with Backbreaker and 505, a review of this game should not be taken seriously. To be blunt, this game plays like no other football game ever has before it. After playing 15 or so games across the board in terms of game modes in both online and offline, it's still very hard for me to get a firm grasp on this game enough to tell you what to think, and you need to keep that in mind before you read any reviewer speak on what they think about this game. One thing that is clear, a lot of time, effort, intelligence, and pride went into this product. So now on to the stuff you guys care about. The creative team is amazingly deep. It's difficult to explain, yet refined enough to be simple and understandable. The method of gold players to team style contrast ultimately means that no matter how you make your team, balanced gameplay is going to be the overall goal. Now, once you've made your team, having them replicate whatever you want them to look like is rather simple. You might want to stop there and take your team on the field, and you'll be perfectly fine with that. However, some of us won't be content with having a team full of players who don't exactly play the part. For example, my 5'9" quarterback didn't exactly fit the mold for my team. And for a game that has no fatigue or injuries, it sure has an extensive free agent list. So ultimately, that means you can sift through each level of players to find a particular player that suits the style you're looking for, quickly rename and number him. However, it's a time-consuming process. You can't edit the size, weight, or height of the player, and ultimately this will just make you have a better understanding of your team. It's not going to give you a clear-cut advantage over anybody else on the field. What we have to understand is that physics are something we've never seen in a football game before, and exploits in video games are second nature. So before you become critical of the lack of player manipulation, you guys seriously need to think about something. How do you feel about a 350-pound running back that can run a 4.4 40 named Bowling Ball? How do you feel about a 7-foot wide receiver named Jolly Green Giant? As funny as you might think that would be, don't put it past people that are going to play this game with you. If nothing else, you need to look at this limitation as a necessary evil, one that I really think any game company should have followed suit with long before, and certainly it's something 2K had done, as well as Madden, to help limit what gamers can do to exploit players. In closing, this game does things I've never seen in a football game, and once you see them, you will just honestly sit there and wonder how you've played a game without it. And maybe one of the most easy to understand examples is when you see a player, whether they're running back or halfback, even a defensive player, near the goal line, and you see them make a calculated risk to reach the ball across the plane. And then once you realize that it's not just an animation being executed or some odd button configuration you pressed, you'll understand that comparing this game to any other football game might not even be an option. So hopefully I was able to do this within the guidelines of 505 and natural motion. If not, I'll gladly take it down and delete it. I value and respect being a part of the process with them, and hope that a number of people continue to do that as well, and personally hope I can become more involved with the game if that's an option next time.